Hi there. Welcome to Module 7. We're really getting into the home stretch now. Our last two units look at the women's movement and social change. This unit, we look at historical materials, what's often referred to as the first wave of feminism. And the first wave of feminism is kind of the suffrage movement, the women's right to vote both in the United States and around the globe. It was a movement that began probably in about the mid 19th century and went into the early to mid 20th century around the globe. Now, know that the women's right to vote movement coalesced with the anti-slavery movement early on, as well as, and you'll learn about that quite a bit with your readings, but also with a couple of other social movements that were happening about the same time. One being temperance movement and prohibition, and that was often tied up with women's rights, with this notion that if alcohol was forbidden, then violence in the home would be lessened. And another movement being the early free love movement and the birth control movement. And some of these are alluded to in the readings that you'll have. Now, the readings for this week are all original documents, meaning that this is not a summary of materials that were written in the 19th and early 20th centuries, but the actual materials themselves. They're fun. They're passionate, passionate, passionate. It was the writing style of the times. I think that if you read carefully and you read almost aloud, you can feel the emotion behind them, and the words are quite shocking. Honestly, they're quite shocking, especially when you think of them as 100 or so years ago. Because they're difficult to read, I've given you for each of those readings a review question or two, and you have a document that you should probably kind of print out. Make sure you can answer those questions. Also, your discussion questions for this week, as well as your homework assignments, are fun. Okay, that's it for this week. I wish you the best. Bye-bye.